Kevin Durant will miss at least a month with another MCL sprain. Kevin Durant has had an MVP year. He's been one of the better players in the NBA. He's been fun to watch. They've been exciting. Yes, the clown show themselves. Kyrie Irving is wearing his red nose. And Kevin Durant right now is painted knees and hanging out with the sheep and the elephants. So I don't know what the Nets are going to do for a month without Kevin Durant in that lineup. Ben Simmons is going to have to pick up the slack. And he's not an offensive player. That means Kyrie is going to have to score close to 40 points. He's going to have to hog the ball. They don't get enough points off the bench. They're a good defensive team when Kevin Durant is in the lineup. Claxton, defensive player. They're not getting enough offense. They could fall out of the top 2, top 3 seeds in the NBA in the Eastern Conference, being that they lost Kevin Durant for a significant amount of time. Now, the trade deadline is right around the corner. Maybe they make another trade and bring in a better veteran to help out while Kevin Durant is not healthy. Usually when you hear a month, up to a month, it's usually a month and a half, 2 months for Kevin Durant.
Yep. Especially for a reoccurring injury.
So I don't expect Kevin Durant to be back until end of March. That is a long time. 30 games, 25 games without Kevin Durant. And then when he does come back, he's going to have to get his technique back. Everything's got to fall into place for him. And he's got to figure out how to play with these guys again. So it's not going to benefit the Nets losing him for a significant amount of time. They could become back-to-back clowns again as Ben Simmons, the lead clown, and Kyrie Irving, who doesn't shut the hell up. He's the analyst, a.k.a. announcer to his earth is flat type of world. I'm interested to see what the Nets are going to do without Kevin Durant.
It's going to be tough because we've seen Kyrie Irving throughout his career, though, too, have a lot of trouble where he's the number one guy a lot of the time. He's played with LeBron and played well. He's played with Kevin Durant and played well. He was good with the Celtics, but not as good as he could have been when he was there. And when Kevin Durant was hurt, in certain stretches the last 2 years haven't been as good either.
Do you think Kyle Kuzma is a guy that they can somehow land? Kyle Kuzma is a good player.
I mean, yeah, he's on a max contract, so they'd have to get a third team involved probably, but I think that's a good fit for what the type of player the Nets would need.
They get Kyle Kuzma, they're the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I like the fit for the Nets the way they play.
Plus, he's a great bench player.
He could be used in so many different roles. So if the Nets could pull off a trade where they can be able to maneuver the money, yeah, it's something that you definitely could pursue. The depth has to be a little more consistent without Kevin Durant. Can they do that with Kyrie Irving? Can they do that in a more starting role? Because somebody, whether it's Seth Curry, whether it's Joe Harris, they're going to have to take on more minutes. Ben Simmons will play his usual role. I don't think they're going to try to change him any more than they have to. But if it doesn't work, yeah, he's going to have to start trying to get inside and score more because barely averaging double-digit points a game right now.
Well, because Kevin Durant is hogging the ball, he's going to shoot a lot of shots. He's putting up 22, 23 shots a game. Kyrie Irving's putting up about 19, 20 shots a game. Both guys are going to demand the ball and going to force the ball up. They're the offensive type of players, and moving forward, that's what they expect. But you add Kyle Kuzma right now with Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, getting yourself a good player, I think could be an elite player in this league. On the Wizards, they're a crappy team. Everybody's going to say, well, they're playing good basketball. They're not a good team. Their best player right now is injured. Kyle Kuzma giving them the numbers that they are, he is trade bait. They're just showing him off because they want to get as much back for Kyle Kuzma as they can. And they got Kyle Kuzma for nothing. Maybe you get a first-round draft pick for him and a player. That's a good move for the Wizards. And you're talking about teams that could be playoff contending teams. The Lakers are interested in him. They should have never gotten rid of him. The Nets would definitely be a team. The Knicks could be a team that could be interested in a Kyle Kuzma. He would fit great with the Knicks, especially inside. You trade Julius Randle, you bring in Kyle Kuzma on a trade, maybe you trade quickly and somebody else, and you bring Kuzma in, and then maybe you get Zach LaVine. Then you have Kuzma, LaVine, Jalen Brunson, and R.J. Barrett. That's a pretty good four, and then you have Mitchell Robinson as your starting center. That could happen. I don't think the Knicks are going to do that, but it makes sense. There's a lot of interesting things when you look at the picture of some of these players and some of these teams are going to be looking for at the trade deadline, including the Knicks, who right now are playing great basketball. They are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. They're moving up. They have a chance, slowly but surely before the All-Star break, to be a 4th seed. This is the best Knicks team we've seen in a very long time. Since the Carmelo Anthony insanity, Stoudemire, this is the best team. The last time I could tell you that this Knicks team with this type of talent, I don't remember the last time the Knicks had a point guard this good.
Oh, yeah, not in my lifetime.
Jalen Brunson has been fantastic. Not only been fun to watch, he's had 9 30-point games so far this season. They've played a little bit over 30-some-odd games. 9 of them has had over 30 points. Before he came to the Knicks, he had 1 30-point game in the regular season and 1 30-point game in the playoffs with the Mavericks.